Yo, I really don't like doing the internet. I really don't like doing the internet. But the sad, stop calling me. You need to stop calling me. Because you will talk to and a mother will play in your face and your face over and over and over and over and over again. And she'll be like, watch what I'm about to do. Watch what I'm about to say. And it's sad that this mother like to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable.
Yo, things went completely off the rails when Selena Powell dropped that FaceTime recording on January 2026. The clip caught Offset making straight-up wild threats against NFL star Stefon Diggs. We're talking about beat strip, shot in the knee kind of energy. And the second it hit the net, Cardi B's whole world started spinning out of control. This wasn't your everyday gossip post. This was a full-on digital earthquake. Selena Powell, the same woman people in hip-hop circles called the Black Widow, dropped a bomb that rattled the entire industry. The leaked audio had Offset, real name Kiari Kendrell Cephas, going off with violent threats aimed right at Diggs, who just so happens to be Cardi B's current man and the father of her youngest kid. And let's be real, this wasn't no rumor floating around or a he said, she said situation. This was Offset's own voice, clear as day, recorded and blasted to millions of phones and feeds within hours. When Red Media posted the clip, it went nuclear. Over 3.9 million views, 31,000 likes, and 2,000 reposts in just a few days. The internet lost its mind.
I'm not really like a person that like to go to authorities like that. Like it's not something that I do. It's not something that I don't know. I feel like I grew up with a Dominican family. There were hustlers. My uncle, he got arrested for somebody snitching on him or this weird I be trying to keep the peace, but I'm really tired of getting harassed.
Powell didn't just leak it for attention either. She came with a message that hit hard. She posted, "If anything happens to me, Offset did it. Tired of this grown man threatening me almost every day and got me living in fear because he owes me $15,000 plus. I've tried to get my money back for weeks and all I've gotten is threats." She said she was living scared, and she had receipts to back it up. The video, a screen recording of a FaceTime call, showed Offset sitting in a dark room, rocking shades, and talking with straight hostility. Even though the clip's only about 17 seconds long, those seconds packed more heat than some diss tracks, enough to possibly shake up an entire divorce case. Let that sink in. Beat, strip, shot in the knee. These weren't lyrics, weren't metaphors, and definitely weren't part of a song. This was a direct threat to a man whose career literally depends on his legs. Diggs, a star wide receiver for the New England Patriots, a four-time Pro Bowler, and the man behind the legendary Minneapolis Miracle, suddenly found himself being targeted by one of rap's biggest names. But the madness didn't stop there. Powell added fuel to the chaos, claiming Offset went so far as to diss Cardi's newborn son with Diggs, calling the baby names and even saying that his and Cardi's daughter, Culture, doesn't like the baby. That's low. Once you start dragging innocent kids into adult drama, you've crossed every single line imaginable. And here's where it gets even crazier. This wasn't the first time Powell came for Offset that month. Just a couple weeks before, on January 3rd, she leaked another clip allegedly showing Offset asleep next to her. And yep, that video went viral too. Cardi B even jumped on live to address the situation herself, trying to calm the storm, but the streets were already lit up with rumors. Then came this threat recording, and it flipped the whole internet upside down. Suddenly, blogs, gossip pages, and major outlets like Hot New Hip Hop, The Boss, and even Times of India were covering it non-stop.
Yo, I really don't like doing the internet. I really don't like doing the internet. But the sad, stop calling me. You need to stop calling me. Because you will talk to and a mother will play in your face and your.
By January 12th, the story had exploded, racking up more than 10 million combined views across platforms. So far, Offset's team hasn't dropped any official statement. Total silence. Sure, in past situations, they've tried brushing things off as misinterpretations. But come on now. How do you misinterpret a man saying shot in the knee? There's no misunderstanding that. To really get what's going down, you gotta look at the people involved. Selena Powell, born June 13th, 1995, is a social media firestarter known for stirring chaos in celebrity circles. With over 3 million followers on Instagram and a booming OnlyFans, she's built her brand off controversy. Back in 2017, she went viral claiming she was pregnant by Offset, a claim that turned out false and sparked accusations that she was trying to extort him for $50,000. She's pulled stunts before too, dragging names like Snoop Dogg, Trey Songz, and others into messy exposure posts, dropping screenshots, DMs, or videos to get everyone's attention. And in 2021, her drama caught up with her. She even did time for violating probation linked to stalking charges. Lately, she's tried to switch things up, getting into podcasting, but no surprise. She's still one of the most polarizing figures online. And now, her involvement with Offset in 2026 just looks like another chapter in her long history of leaking private stuff, claiming debts, and exposing alleged threats for clout. But here's the kicker. Even if people question her motives, that audio clip speaks for itself. You can't fake someone's voice saying exact violent words. You can't edit in that kind of fury. It's too real. Public opinion on X, formerly Twitter, showed the crowd was not having it. About 70% of people were slamming Offset, 20% just made memes, and only around 10% tried to defend him, saying he was just venting, but no one was laughing. Hashtags like hashtag Offset threats, hashtag Cardi B, hashtag Stephon Diggs, and hashtag Selena Powell took over globally, hitting over 15 million impressions in less than 2 days. Postly X turned into a frenzy with users demanding police get involved. One viral post from a college student hit 2.6 million views, captioned, Selena Powell shares FaceTime video of Migos' Offset threatening to beat, strip, and shoot Cardi B's boyfriend Stephon Diggs in the knee. The replies, pure chaos. People wrote things like, Offset needs to be arrested ASAP, and this ain't just talk. The vibe wasn't jokes. Folks were genuinely disturbed. Another trending post read, Offset threatens to shoot and kill Stephon Diggs. This will only make Cardi B's case stronger. And users echoed, lock him up before he hurts someone. Over on Instagram, Powell's original post racked up more than 500,000 likes and 20,000 comments, with fans tagging law enforcement like FBI. This is evidence. TikTok went wild too. Duets, stitches, and analysis videos popping up everywhere. People breaking down the tone of his voice, calling it straight up domestic abuse energy. The internet came together with one chilling conclusion. Something was seriously wrong with Offset. And to truly understand why Cardi B was in tears over that viral video, you gotta rewind and see the long, messy history behind it all. Cardi and Offset's love story started back in early 2017 when they met at an industry event and teamed up for the track Lick. Their first public date, the Super Bowl 51, by September of that same year, they secretly tied the knot in Atlanta, something the public didn't even know about until TMZ dropped the scoop in mid-2018. But that fairy tale shine faded quick. Between 2018 and 2019, Offset got hit with multiple cheating allegations, including one involving, Selena Powell. Cardi called it quits in December 2018, announcing their split publicly. But then baby culture came along that July, and somehow they found their way back together. For a while, at least. By 2020, things blew up again. Cardi filed for divorce after more infidelity rumors, but she withdrew it a few months later after yet another reconciliation. Their son Wave was born in September 2021, but that didn't stop the whispers. Even with all the PDA and sweet moments online, the rumors of Offset's unfaithfulness just never stopped chasing them.
Face over and over and over and over and over again, and she'll be like, watch what I'm about to do, watch what I'm about to say. And it's sad that this motherfucker like to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable.
Then came July 2024, the breaking point. Cardi B filed for divorce again, marking the second time she tried to legally end things with Offset. She cited irreconcilable differences, but word on the street was it went deeper. Offset allegedly got another woman pregnant in June 2024. Their third child was born that September, right in the middle of the chaos. Fast forward to January 2026, that divorce still isn't finalized, with Offset now accused of harassment, dodging paperwork, and sending more threats. This wasn't just messy love. This was obsession spilling out in real time. Things took an even darker turn once Cardi moved on in July 2025, when she started seeing Stephon Diggs. Offset's jealousy hit new levels. He went live mocking Diggs for taking Cardi back, calling himself like cancer, saying he was inescapable. The internet thought he was just being petty, but nah. It was a red flag waving in everyone's face. By November 2025, he was taking shots on his new album, calling Cardi a downgrade for being with Diggs. Then came the DMs. Offset allegedly messaged rapper Finesse 2 times about a clip claiming Diggs stole Cardi, which led to a whole online back and forth. But the most disturbing part came from model Jordan Gore. She leaked screenshots showing Offset asking her to give drop, meaning send Diggs' location. He even called him an op, which in street slang means someone you're plotting against. That's not gossip, that's dangerous talk. Of course, Offset's team tried to deny everything, saying it was unrelated, but nobody bought it. Around that same time, Offset posted and quickly deleted, "My kid LOL clearly shading Cardi's baby with Diggs." His rep tried to spin it, claiming it wasn't about them, but the receipts online said otherwise. At that point, it was obvious. This man wasn't just bitter, he was consumed by Cardi's new happiness in a way that went way past normal jealousy. Cardi's breakdowns during all this chaos tell the story of someone truly reaching her limit. On December 4th, 2024, while Offset was out in Miami partying with a new girlfriend, Cardi went live in tears, shaking, emotional, and exhausted. She said he'd been threatening her through text, even getting his girlfriend to taunt her through calls. Her voice cracked as she said, "He's disturbing me. I can't even enjoy my life." You could feel the pain. This wasn't for attention or PR. This was a woman breaking under pressure. That raw emotion showed everything. This wasn't about fame, this was about survival. Cardi had already endured years of betrayal, public humiliation, and heartbreak. Now she was facing threats toward the man she was finally trying to build peace with. Back on September 26, 2024, while she was pregnant with their 3rd child, Cardi addressed Offset's alleged threats again. This time, he was supposedly trying to take back gifts and start a court war. In tears, she said, "You could go to a club and probably get drunk. Give them women $2,000. Thank you for my kids though, all 3 of them. I don't regret them, but I regret you." That last line hit hard. She didn't regret her kids. She regretted him. Then came March 31st, 2025, the infamous X Spaces rant that made headlines everywhere. Cardi allegedly revealed Offset had sent her disturbing messages with threats of murder, suicide hints, and even revenge-type plans involving private content. She broke down crying, saying, "He's mad because I showed his girlfriend, my life is in danger." And when a woman publicly says her life's at risk from her estranged husband, that's not gossip anymore. That's danger in real time. By June 1st, 2025, Cardi went live again, visibly shaken, crying through her words as she said she hoped Offset got the ending he deserved. Some people called it harsh, but those who understood the patterns of emotional abuse saw it for what it was, the voice of someone desperate, trying to break free from a cycle that's been dragging her down for years. By November 2025, everything just hit a whole new level of chaos. After Offset threw shade at Cardi B's newborn with Stefon Diggs, Cardi broke down in fear. "My life is in danger. I feel threatened." You could hear the exhaustion in her voice. She went live, defending her baby from wild revenge baby rumors while crying about nonstop harassment that was wrecking her peace and safety. Imagine that, a woman who just gave birth already having to protect her child from her ex's public attacks. That's not just drama. That's trauma playing out in real time. Cardi's new relationship with Stefon Diggs was supposed to be her reset, her healing era. The first whispers about them started around October 2024, right after her 2nd divorce filing. Some blogs claimed Diggs was the other man, but insiders denied it hard. Then, by May and June 2025, they decided to stop hiding, showing up together courtside at a Knicks game and later being spotted on a yacht, laughing and smiling like real love energy. Cardi even shared how Diggs was helping her rebuild emotionally after years of Offset's betrayals. In September 2025, she revealed she was expecting again, and Diggs celebrated her publicly, posting subtle but supportive messages on social media. When their baby boy was born that November, the internet exploded with positivity for once, until Offset started stirring the pot again. Stefon Diggs, born November 29th, 1993, kept things classy through it all. While Offset was busy dropping subliminals, Diggs stayed calm and focused. No messy lives, no threats, no online clout chasing. Instead, he posted cryptic quotes about peace, growth, and strength, choosing calm over chaos. With an estimated $20 million net worth, brand collabs with Nike, and charity work helping youth programs back in Maryland, this man stayed true to his lane. He didn't match Offset's energy. He protected his peace and his family instead. But that FaceTime leak changed everything. The fallout from that video is way bigger than a viral scandal. It could have serious legal consequences. Lawyers and analysts have already started weighing in, saying those threats might be powerful evidence in Cardi's ongoing custody and divorce case. They could show a clear pattern of harassment and emotional instability, which might strengthen her fight for sole custody and a restraining order. One hot new hip-hop commenter summed it up best. This audio is gold for her lawyers. And they're not wrong. Cardi had already accused Offset of making threats before, but this recording adds undeniable proof. If prosecutors take it seriously, Offset could be facing criminal charges under Georgia's terroristic threat laws, since that's where he lives. And if either Diggs or Selena Powell decide to press charges, it could mean possible arrests, fines, or probation, especially considering his past legal run-ins, like those 2015 weapons charges and multiple probation violations. Selena Powell's statement, "If anything happens to me, Offset did it," adds even more weight. It could legally count as evidence of witness intimidation, especially if it's connected to her $15,000 payment claim. That makes this whole situation even messier. Meanwhile, over in the sports world, Diggs could find himself under some unwanted NFL spotlight, even though he's clearly the victim here. Insiders say the Patriots might increase his security as a precaution under the league's personal conduct policy. Still, let's be real. His career shouldn't take a hit because his girlfriend's ex-husband decided to act reckless. As for Offset, the damage might already be done. His image has been crumbling for years thanks to cheating scandals and messy public fights, but this paints him as something way darker, unstable, and threatening. Industry insiders are whispering about tour cancellations, brand deals, freezing, and even label distancing from Motown. Some YouTube analysts think this could tank his streaming numbers, saying fans are tired of the chaos. A few argue it might boost his bad boy mystique in certain hip-hop circles, but honestly, the backlash is drowning that out. Most people aren't seeing a rebel rapper anymore, they're seeing a man spiraling. This whole scandal ended up flipping the script completely. Now Cardi B stands strong as the sympathetic one. For years, people brushed her off saying she was too emotional or dramatic, but this leak proves what she's been screaming all along. She was being threatened and harassed. That validation hits different. Suddenly, the world's seeing her not as the loud ex, but as a woman surviving chaos that most people couldn't even...
I'm not really like a person that like to go to authorities like that. Like it's not something that I do. It's not something that, I don't know, I feel like I grew up with a Dominican family. They were hustlers. My uncle, he got arrested for somebody snitching on him or this weird shit. I be trying to keep the peace, but I'm really tired of getting harassed.
Handle. And the irony? This mess might actually boost her career. Her music, full of power, strength, and independence, now connects even deeper with fans. Her streaming numbers could spike, and her public image could bounce back stronger than ever. Her silence about the leak so far might not be fear. It could be strategy. Her legal team probably told her to stay quiet until the time's right. But when she does speak up, that response is going to break the internet and push her brand to another level. Meanwhile, Selena Powell's name is back in every headline. Love her or hate her, she's the one who exposed this madness. Sure, people are still debating her motives. Was she acting out of fear or chasing clout? Either way, her OnlyFans and podcast numbers are likely shooting up. Still, she's walking a dangerous line. This kind of exposure could look like extortion if the courts take it the wrong way. She's balancing between being seen as a truth teller and an opportunist, and right now, the public split right down the middle. One thing's for sure though, nothing between these three will ever be the same again. Offset and Cardi B's already broken relationship has officially turned into open warfare. His jealousy over her moving on with Stefon Diggs and the fact that she had a baby with him in November 2025 is now out there for the entire world to see. That kind of exposure doesn't fade easily. It could even force Cardi to limit co-parenting, affecting their 3 kids, Culture, Wave, and their 3rd child born in September 2024. And let's be real, the mental health toll here is heavy. Cardi's emotional breakdowns have been public for years, but this new chapter could dig even deeper into her trauma. Offset's behavior, on the other hand, screams unresolved emotional issues that fans and commentators alike say need serious professional help. The public isn't mocking anymore. They're genuinely concerned. People are realizing this isn't celebrity drama. It's real-life pain playing out on the world stage. But this story's impact goes way beyond the individuals involved. It's opened up a huge conversation about toxic masculinity, boundaries in relationships, and how the hip-hop world handles emotional abuse. Social media is playing judge and jury, showing how quickly private lives can become public trials. Media outlets from Bay AP to Hot New Hip Hop have started calling it the CFU scheming scandal, a messy collision of fame, family, and domestic chaos. They're framing it as a wake-up call about domestic violence awareness and the way threats get brushed aside in high-profile relationships. Some experts say if this situation isn't handled properly, it could set a new precedent for how the legal system deals with violent threats in celebrity divorces. Meanwhile, support for Cardi has flooded social platforms. Her fans are riding hard for her, calling the leak her moment of truth. Comments like, "Cardi dodged a bullet, literally, and she's winning the divorce now," dominate every thread. Others are calling out the double standard plain as day. Offset cheated for years but can't handle Cardi moving on. Pathetic. The hypocrisy in how men and women are treated after a breakup has become the heart of this whole online debate. Of course, because it's the internet, even the darkest stories get turned into jokes. Memes exploded everywhere. Some people joked about Offset threatening to shoot Diggs in the knee, posting stuff like, "Bro trying to end his NFL season early," or "Offset out here acting like a bad action movie villain." The chaos turned into comedy in record time, proving once again, no matter how wild or tragic things get, the internet always finds a way to laugh through the madness. Even with all the chaos, the internet did what it always does, turn tragedy into trending content. But not everyone was laughing. A lot of people said the jokes downplayed the real danger behind Offset's threats. Still, the online crowd stayed split over Selena Powell's involvement. Half of them praising her as a hero, half dragging her as an opportunist. Some comments read, "Queen for leaking this," while others fired back, "Selena always in some mess. 15,000 debt, spill more tea but don't act innocent." Her motives are still under fire, but one thing's clear. Her receipts look real. Every screenshot, every clip she dropped lined up too perfectly to ignore. Sports media even jumped into the storm. Sites like Sportskeeda tied the drama to Stephon Diggs' NFL career, with fans worrying the off-field chaos could mess with his game focus. The New England Patriots organization has stayed silent so far, keeping things strictly professional while quietly monitoring what's happening behind the scenes. As of January 12, 2026, no arrests have been made, but fans online keep speculating that all this leaked evidence could help Cardi B's team lock down that restraining order she's been pushing for. Offset's actions, from shady comments to full-blown threats, show a side of him that's got people shaking their heads. The same man who couldn't stay faithful now can't handle being left behind, and the internet's not letting him forget it. This whole saga turned his cheater reputation into something darker, a man spiraling over losing control. The drama's still unraveling in real time. Cardi B has stayed smart and strategic, keeping quiet about the threat video, focusing on her peace, and building her relationship with Diggs. Offset's camp, still no apology, no denial, no accountability. Meanwhile, Selena Powell's milking her truth-teller moment for all it's worth, boosting her platform and doubling down like she's the fearless one who broke the story the world needed to hear. And Stephon Diggs, the man at the center of the madness, continues to move in silence. The guy whose knees were literally threatened is still out there catching passes, posting motivational quotes, and keeping his cool while the internet burns around him. That quiet strength says everything. But let's not get it twisted. This story is far from over. The divorce drama's still active, the legal side's heating up, and those three innocent kids, Culture, Wave, and their youngest sibling, are caught right in the middle of an adult war being fought under the spotlight. Whatever happens next, January 2026 will forever be remembered as the month the world heard exactly what Offset was capable of, when he aimed words at the man who loved his ex-wife better than he ever could. The tears Cardi shed weren't just for a single leaked video. They were for years of betrayal, months of harassment, and the exhausting pain of trying to move forward while someone from your past keeps pulling you back into the darkness. When she said she was tired of getting harassed, she wasn't just talking for herself. She was speaking for everyone who's ever tried to break free from a toxic relationship that refused to let go. The streets are watching, the courts are watching, and history, it's taking notes. If you're still locked in with this story and want to see how this saga plays out, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next chapter in this wild ride. See you in the next video.